Live. Hello everyone in Twitter world. So I'm here live with my friend SG, and yeah, we're gonna talk about some Barca uh, stuff. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. I've got Twitter open on the background just because I need to show something on the screen, don't I? So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So I'm just gonna grab the questions in front of me, and then we'll get going. SGA, say hello to the screen.
Hello everyone. Hello Marcel. What's up? How are you, Marcel?
Yeah, I'm good. International break. I can't lie. It can be a little bit boring sometimes. So yeah, it's fun to chat to someone on the stream.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. So here we go. So if we talk a little bit first about yourself and what's your earliest memory about from football, mate? Like watching football and maybe even watching Barcelona.
Okay. First of all, I cannot start this chat without why do I hear myself and you double?
No, done.
Is it my settings?
No. It's
Ah.
me having the broadcast open on my phone. So there you go. I don't think you can hear echo now.
Oh, now it's perfect. Thank you.
Amazing.
No, what I wanted to say, I have to shout out ISO, aka Blue Grenade. I cannot start the chat without shouting him out because yeah, that's actually how I met you or how I saw you. It was the stream with him last time on Twitter, and then later on, I think yeah, we met on this Twitter Spaces that he started together with Marine, and
Correct.
that was yeah basically how we started. I wouldn't be basically here if it wasn't for him.
Yeah, he's a very cool guy, man. I like him a lot.
I think someone is cutting onions here. No, but just kidding. But I have to shout him out. And yeah, this is actually a big step for me. It's the first and probably the last time I'm on a chat like this.
Oh, really?
I'm a bit shy of a person. Well, actually, it's a lie because I have already promised you to do another episode, correct? I mean, I don't want to
It's true.
reveal that already here, but yeah, we will do definitely one more episode in the future.
I love it. I love it. Because I think it's fun to talk to new people on Barca Twitter, and it's really good to get to know all these guys, you know. And it's
Yeah.
I agree with you. I also have to shout out Iso because it was through his space that I saw your profile. So yeah, it was good fun chatting in the space and stuff.
Yeah,
All right.
and I think this Twitter Spaces is pretty cool, especially during a time like this, you know, during the lockdown. For a lot of people who might be a bit more isolated, don't have those social contacts, so they have a place to talk about and, like you said, meet new people. So it's definitely cool new technology, and was very cool of ISO and Marine to start that thing.
No, I totally agree. I love the feature as well, and it's good for me as well to get to know even more Barca accounts because yeah, I've started only my account like in June last year. So yeah, it's really great
Yeah.
to see all those Barca Twitter accounts. Yeah.
Because you have grown quite much for that short time, actually.
I don't know how, but it's really fun.
But yeah, makes sense because I think I haven't seen you before the stream with ISO. Yeah, but anyways, you asked me about my earliest memory. Okay, I need to go way back. I need to go inside myself. What are my earliest memories? Yeah, I see myself being a little boy and watching, actually not live football, but videotapes of mainly Maradona, because
Maradona.
yes, I think that's how I remember my football journey started. I have two older brothers. The oldest is not big of a football fan, but the other one is, and he had a lot of videotapes back then of Maradona, of German footballers like Matthäus, Klinsmann, he started. I think he started watching football with the World Cup in Italy in 1990, and we were watching replays and videotapes of all those classic players, and Maradona was like my favorite or my first favorite player, my idol, and I think that stick with me, like this model of a football player that I'm probably still seeking or liking the most. And later on, I think my personal journey started with the World Cup in '98. Even though I was really a little boy, I don't remember that much, but I know I've watched it, and I know I was a big Ronaldo fan back then. My brother bought me later not a jersey, but like a fan shirt. It was probably even fake, but it was with Ronaldo, and I remember that all kids, even years later, they were all fans of him and tried to copy him. And I think that's like the other football model. I still like, like players who can dribble and do crazy things.
Yeah, I love those kind of playmakers as well, and the guys that bring the magic to the game, right? That's how I say. And well, I'm sure that the guy you have in your profile picture is probably one of those as well that brings that magic to the game, isn't it? So yeah.
True, and back then I think that was the time, like really. I mean, football existed before that as well, but I think it was end of or mid 90s, end of 90s, when, I don't know, Yogo Bonita and all that, the Nike ads, and
Oh, I remember the Nike ads. That was crazy, wasn't it?
that was the time. I think that Ronaldo, especially, and some other players of that generation were a big inspiration, had a big impact on football even today.
I agree. Those are the players, in my opinion, that shaped football how it is today. So yeah. So what is your favorite Barcelona moment that you've watched? I mean, from growing up or even from recent times, what's your favorite?
Okay, I think these are really classic questions and basic. I think probably most of the people would say have the same answer. So what I think of first is the Iniesta versus Chelsea, that moment. I think everyone has it definitely in top 5, top 3, if not the top 1. But I don't know, let me think of a moment that maybe not many people would say. Could be Messi in the final in 2015, the Champions League against Bayern. That goal against Neuer, and that dribbling against Boateng. It's definitely personally a moment I love. Why? Because I live in Germany and I don't really like Bayern.
Right. Are you a fan of one of the how you call it, one of the rivals, or are you just a Barca fan?
I like a couple of teams in Germany, mostly Dortmund, BVB, but that's not the main reason. I simply don't like Bayern, and Messi scoring that goal, like especially against Neuer. After, I don't want to remind everyone, but after the other match they played against each other, it was really, really nice. I mean, that goal was outstanding, and him scoring, it was just crazy.
Yeah,
so I will just pick that moment.
I agree. That was some incredible goal. I remember watching that, and obviously the whole internet world in general went crazy when that goal went in. So yeah. In fact, actually, that was my most successful tweet, was about that goal. So yeah, you can imagine how much Barca fans like that goal against Bayern Munich.
I think also Neuer is not so popular among Barca fans.
No, because he kept Ter Stegen out of the German team for so long. Yeah.
one of those reasons.
Yeah. So, in the current Barcelona squad, I mean, there's so many good youngsters right now, and especially the games is going well so far. I mean, recently, what is, in your opinion, the top three performers, sorry, of the Barcelona squad?
This season, I think, number one goes to Messi. I think doesn't need any explanation. Although I must say, at the beginning, he didn't seem to be very motivated, and not all performances of him were great, at least not for his standard. But yeah, still overall, definitely best player. Second place goes also without a doubt, for me at least, to Frankie de Jong.
Wow. Yeah.
Because he played well. First of all, he played a lot, and he's been very consistent. Maybe his level wasn't always extraordinary, as you would expect from the second best performer of a team like Barca.
Yeah.
But he played in two entirely different roles, and he shined in both of them. So he was playing in the midfield in that kind of B2B role, where he would run into the box and score very important goals for us. And he now, like, currently he's playing, let's call it a libero, and three at the back. And this is actually my favorite version of Frankie. He played a similar role at Ajax in his last season.
True.
And actually, that was, I mean, I watched him before. I watched him also a lot in the national team, and I liked him in every role. But when he played in defense, I think that was his best. That's how I became a fan of him. That was why I wanted him to be at Barca. That was there was a match I even made a compilation video of it, and
really?
I'm happy that like 2 minutes, was just one match, 2 minutes. And
nice.
I really like him in that role. I have heard people saying that maybe he is wasted there, but I don't think like that at all. He has more freedom there. He can lead the defense. He can be the player between the defense and the midfield. He can evade pressure. He can attract pressure. He can run away from it. He can lead. He can orchestrate. He can run forward still. He can exchange with Busquets.
Yeah.
I really love him in that role, and I hope that he can. That's one of the main reasons why this current setup that Koeman is playing works. It wouldn't work without him.
It's really good to see Frankie in that third centre-back role. It's quite interesting because I also got comments that people are saying he's wasted there because he scored a few goals when he was playing in that centre-mid role, the box-to-box role. So people were saying, oh, now he can't score goals anymore. Yeah, but his strength was always being that orchestrator from deeper role, right, with Ajax. So,
And number 3 is not so obvious, I would say. Might be also a little bit controversial, but I would say it can go either to Pedri. He's maybe him and Mingueza are maybe the two most surprising players of the season.
Yeah, I would agree.
Pedri, how old is he? 18? He's 18, right? And he has played, except for one match, every single match in 3 tournaments, and that's crazy. So obviously,
it's true.
For an 18-year-old player playing this much, he cannot always keep his level. But he has to be mentioned there. It can also go to Busquets, and I think that's a bit maybe controversial for some people because he's getting a lot of hate nowadays. And to some extent, I can agree, especially at the beginning. But like right now, the last matches, he's been incredible. He's been, obviously not close to his peak level, but not far away from it either.
No, I would agree. He's I love him as well. The second half of the season, he really redeemed himself as the player. He was obviously always been. So yeah, it's really good to see that.
Another player I want to mention is Ter Stegen. I think also controversial because also him is getting a lot of hate. But I think also him in the last couple of matches, he was really, really, really good. You cannot blame him for a lot of things. And the last one, I don't like saying it, but it could be really Alba because, yeah, he's playing good. You cannot deny it.
No, he is. I really he's really also as a wingback, and this goes the same in my opinion for Dest as well. They're really shining. I mean, Jordi Alba obviously because he's scoring and assisting. So yeah, it's really great to see that in my opinion.
Yeah, he has gained confidence in that role. It's unreal seeing him like that. You know, like where is that coming from? But he tries things he wasn't trying before, and in most of the time he even succeeds in it. And he scored goals that maybe Luis Suarez couldn't even score for us. And he had some shots that were almost goals, and he shot the post, and it's just crazy seeing him there. It's really like I'm always thinking I'm in the wrong movie. It feels unreal.
No, it's true, but he scored some absolute banging goals, which I've never seen Alba score before, so it's crazy. So no, I totally agree with that. And if we look at obviously the trophies that Barcelona is still competing in, do you reckon Barcelona can win the double, as it's called?
Of course, why not? Copa, is it the final next game?
Yeah, it is the final, and which obviously is played over one game. Is it Bilbao they're playing?
Yeah, they're playing one match against Athletic, and of course they can win that. And in the league, I think they're like, I don't know, 4 points behind Atletico. Is that correct? Something like that.
Yeah.
And there are plenty of matches, so yeah, easily they can definitely win. If they will win, I don't know. I think Madrid is not far behind us, just like 2 points maybe. And I think the key part of the season is starting now, especially after the international break. We will see who will return without any injuries and who will come back with injuries. And so far, Koeman hasn't rotated a lot in the last matches, or actually at all. And this will be like, we will see how he will respond and react to the potentially upcoming injuries, and who will play and how he will adjust, and if we can still perform on the same level as in the last matches. And this will be very important for us, but not just for us. Atletico and Madrid will have the same issues. So I think teams will drop points.
No, I totally agree. And it's going to be very interesting to see if Atletico can stay at the top, because they were dropping a lot of points recently, in my opinion. So
exactly. They are not very consistent. They are shaking as well, or not as well. They're shaking more than any other team. And it will be exciting. I think Barca won the last 5 matches. They haven't lost in a while, and the momentum is on our side, but the momentum is over because we're in an international break, and after that it will, we start again. It will be a new chapter this season.
True, yeah. I totally agree. It's going to be interesting to see if Barcelona can keep that momentum after the international break, because it's 2 weeks break. It's a long time. So yeah, I'm excited for that. If you were the technical director, who would be your top signing for next season?
That's not an easy question. This is never an easy question, but I think right now our squad is a big mess, and I'm not a fan of wanting specific players. I think what you need to do is analyze the team and define what are the needs, what kind of profiles do you need, what players do you need. Then it obviously depends also on sales, the formation, what the coach is thinking about for next season. Obviously also finances, especially right now.
Yeah.
And then you can start searching. I think it's more important to sell players than signing.
Yeah,
So,
it is definitely in the financial struggles of the club right now. It's definitely important for Barcelona to make some sales for sure. Yeah.
yeah, what will be Messi's role next season? Or maybe the first question, will he stay? I think he will definitely stay, but it's still something you need to talk about with Messi, or talk about what is he expecting for the next season, and come up with a solution. But I don't know, talking about names, of course, Haaland is yeah, I think top target for every fan.
Yeah.
But if you mention Haaland, I could also mention Mbappe. So why not? I want Mbappe. I think that's as much or as less realistic than signing Haaland.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know. Like I think we need some quality and manpower in the attack. We don't have a goal scorer. We don't have a striker. We have a lot of, I don't know, not even real wingers, but second striker type of players.
Yeah, correct.
We have players like Coutinho, who we still don't know what's his best role at Barca. It doesn't exist. So I think what you need to do is, first of all, sell Coutinho, and then sell one of Griezmann or Dembele, maybe even both, because they're very expensive players. And yeah, just strengthening the attack, and yeah, maybe focus on some players that are free. Like I think Eric Garcia will probably come. Might sign Alaba as well. So yeah,
that's especially Garcia, I believe, is already signed, or more or less signed. Alaba is in negotiations, but yeah, you're right. There's not an out-and-out goal scorer. I think Messi is still obviously the most goal scorer of the team, and I think he needs some help up front from a goal scorer rather than more number 10s, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%.
So like,
yeah, I recently tweeted that I think it's very risky to start the new season with Fati, Messi, and Dembele as your three forwards, because it's not like Fati. He's very young and he's been injured this season, so we cannot really. I mean, I really like him. I think he's not just the future but also the present. But you cannot. He's not in a place where you can really rely on him and make him the main man. And Dembele, obviously, he's injured a lot, and his finishing is awful as well.
That's
so
true.
I think that's the place where something needs to happen. And in the defense, I'm not so sure either, because right now we have like a lot of promising young stars, and then we have Piqué, who's like close to retiring, I would say. And what is missing is a player in between. You know what I mean? We have talents, we have youngsters, and we have that old guy. But where is this mid-20-year-old player who can play for the next 5 years, who is already established or has proven himself, who we can, put our trust in? I think that type of player is missing. I like Eric Garcia a lot, actually. I've seen him with City. I've seen him with Spain. And I think he's really a good player. But I don't know if he's like, the player who can come and become the starter. And I'm not so sure of the players we have, like Araujo, Mengueza, because I mean they have been really good, but still they're basically hits. And this season, it was fun. The expectations standard was very, very low. Fans were okay with going out from the Champions League because they see it as a transitional season.
Yeah.
But will they have the same patience next year? Or do they want to win the Champions League? Not just fans, but what about Laporta, the coach, the team? And for that to happen, I'm a bit unsure about the defense. So Alaba could be a player that could fix it. He could be like, the bridge between Piqué and our very, very good and promising young stars.
I agree. It's it could be, as you said, between the experienced guy Piqué and then the promising youngsters could be a good fit within there. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see for next season. I think, as you said, a lot of fans, especially if Koeman manages to win the Copa del Rey, they'll expect more that season. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what's the expectation for next season for sure. What is your opinion about the international break? Are you watching any of the countries play, or are you just taking a break from football? How are you experiencing the international break?
Right now, I'm not really feeling no. Let me start differently. So unlike other people on Twitter, other football fans, I pretty much like the international break usually, because you can take a break from football after. I think it can be exhausting being a Barca fan.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't need like 3 matches every week. I can take a break and focus on other things. I quite enjoy it. But even if I watch international teams, I can also enjoy watching them. So what I usually watch is Germany, my country, and Spain. Always interesting, not just because they mostly play good football, and now that they have Luis Enrique back, but also they used to have a lot of players from Barca. Right now, not anymore, but maybe now they will have more and more players maybe back from Barca.
Yeah,
at least we can hope that. And yeah, sometimes I also watch other teams like Netherlands, or maybe, I don't know, Italy, or whoever plays, and when I have time. This week I haven't watched anything. I tried to watch yesterday the U21 tournament.
Okay.
Germany was playing against Hungary, but no, I couldn't. I didn't have time. I was then busy, so I didn't watch it. Today I will definitely watch either Germany or Spain, and I think it's interesting. It can be interesting because you can see players that you maybe don't know, or that don't play at the club, or who don't perform on the same level. For example, when we had Valverde as a coach, or even when we had Lucho, Busquets, and Iniesta, they were not always performing very well at Barca. And when you watch them at Spain, they were really on a high level. And then you wonder, like, why can they perform at Spain but not at Barca? And then it gets pretty clear that maybe they are not the main problem, but maybe it's the system at Barca, or it's the coach, or has some other reasons. And that's like really interesting to see them back on a high level. Or even when we didn't have Frankie at Barca, I watched him in the national team. So he was playing in the defense at Ajax, and in the national team he was playing in midfield. Yeah. And he had he played in the Nations League against teams like Portugal, France, and that was like, back then when we wanted to sign Frankie, a lot of people said he plays in the Dutch league, and it's a farmers league. It's not the same as La Liga, and they were a bit skeptical if he can perform here as well. And then when you watch him playing against France, you can see that no, it doesn't matter where he plays, he would perform everywhere. So that's like, that's the factor of the international break that I also like. And if you watch a team like Spain, with so many talented players, especially in midfield, coming from different teams, you can see there's Saul from Atletico with Thiago from Bayern, or now Liverpool. Watch them play together. Or, I mean, just imagine we were not as lucky to have Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets in one team at Barca. then we could watch them at Spain and enjoy them playing there together. So
That's
sometimes magic happens in those international teams, but sometimes, like in example Argentina, shit happens.
No, I totally agree. It's good chance to see sometimes players from different clubs play together, but I always find it that for certain international games that there's less pressure. So yeah, it's then you don't always get the the right how you call it, intensity of the game, which that is sometimes a little bit frustrating. But apart from that, yeah, I enjoy it. My country got slapped yesterday, which wasn't obviously great. So yeah.
About it. So what do you think about your new coach? I mean, not that new, but
he's shocking. He's very shocking. I really don't like it. He was great at Ajax, obviously my home club. He won like 4 or 5 championships in a row, but then after that he never really performed at any other how you call it, countries. So yeah.
And what do you think is the main issue in the national team, or his main issue?
I think it's a combination of not getting the intensity out of the players that they had under Koeman. So like the pressing is a lot less now than before, and the how he plays certain players like Malen and which is a good player, but I don't know if he's playing him correctly. And then also, yeah, the midfield is also a little bit of a problem where you have Wijnaldum, who's not playing that regularly anymore for Liverpool. I mean, he's playing in a different role for Liverpool. And then you've got De Roon, which Atalanta is not doing so great. He should maybe try out some of the new youngsters. So yeah, it's a combination of a lot of factors. But in general, the team is playing a lot less attractive football than before.
Yeah, it's a shame because in recent times, like last year and the year before, the Holland national team was like became a role model for Germany.
Yeah.
Whenever I was watching the German national team playing, and there was then, like post-game analysis or some talk shows, and they talked about it, they always mentioned Netherlands, because Netherlands also, they didn't have a great team before. They even, I think they missed the World Cup or Euro. I don't quite remember.
Both a World Cup and Euros.
Yeah. Of course. But they turned that situation around, and they became a great team again. That was wonderful in the what's it called, the Nations League. Even though it's a joke of a tournament, but still they're playing very very well. And yeah, always the German experts praise the intensity, but also the young players. I think this was what they criticized about Löw, that back then he should not play the players that are the most experienced or already have won, but the players with the most the best performance, but also the motivated players and with the most hunger. So it's a shame to see Holland like this.
No, I agree. And I always loved the games against Germany. There's a good rivalry there, a bit of banter. So yeah, it's a shame when one of the teams is not performing so well, because then it's less fun to have that banter, in my opinion. So yeah, it's sad to see. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Maybe Saturday we can pull in a good performance. Well, we're playing a smaller nation, so hopefully we can.
Who are you playing against?
Gibraltar, so surely we should be able to get the points on the board for that game.
Yeah, okay.
And I mean, there's few people in the chat. So Iso has joined the chat. He's saying, "What's up, peasants?" Peasants. I don't know. Is that like some banter you guys have? And then.
Where do you see the chat?
I've got the broadcast, the Twitter broadcast on my phone, so I can see the comments in the same time.
Okay.
And I've got your friend CB Zerata. He's saying, did you just
Shout
say
out. I hope you're enjoying your beer.
Yeah. So there's some few people in the chat now. But thanks for joining, man. It's been really fun chatting to you. I think some of the games 7:45 or 9:45 in your country has started, so you can start watching Germany or Spain, because I think they're both playing now.
Yeah, I need to check the lineup and then make my decision who I will watch.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe I will just watch both.
Yeah, I mean, if you have two screens, then that'd be fun to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
Well, it's been really fun chatting to you, and yeah, enjoy the evening, and hopefully maybe we'll chat again on a stream together with Iso.
Yeah, thanks for having me here.
That was a
pleasure, and yeah, I hope people enjoyed it. I hope I didn't say anything stupid, and I know my pronunciation can be a bit bad, but well, suck it. It's an international break. It's lockdown. I know you don't have anything better to do anyway.
No, no problem, man. Have a good one, and talk to you soon.
Yeah, see you. Bye bye.
Ciao. All right, guys. So that was SJ. It was really fun. Yeah, fun chatting to him. I've tweeted out obviously before some questions, so if you're still up for it, I'm gonna go through the questions. Otherwise, I can also tweet them out later. Then we've got first Adi. He's asking thoughts on Ronaldo right here. So I mean, Ronaldo, he's a good player. I really like his mentality. He's got obviously great physical attributes, and he's a good player. Yeah, he's done everything he could to be in that GOAT debate, so I totally respect him for that. So yeah, Ronaldo is a great player in my opinion. And then another question by Adi. He's saying De Ligt, or I guess he means De Jong by that. So I mean, they're both coming from Ajax, so I can't really choose between them. De Ligt should probably come to Barcelona in my opinion, but when the financial situation is a little bit better. De Jong has just had a little bit worse game with the Netherlands, so I don't think we can blame him for that. And then another question is here by Sid16. Do you think that De Boer is the right man to lead the Netherlands national team to the Euros, or should he be sacked? It's a bit hard to sack a coach now, so I think it's we should stick it out, but it's gonna probably be hard to watch the game. Thanks for the comment as well, Sid, on my tweets. Get Haaland or get Mbappe? Probably Haaland, man. I think Haaland fits better in the system of Barcelona, just to play as a fox in the box. So yeah, I think he'll be a good signing for Barcelona. Tea or coffee? I'm a big coffee drinker myself. Frankenstein. Music or movies? Well, I watch mostly movies in my free time, so I'm gonna go with movies. Although I love music as well, a bit of Martin Garrix or other DJs, I love that. Thoughts on Nigeria? Again from Frankenstein. Nigeria, I haven't been, but I've met some great people from Nigeria on this platform, so I would love to go and visit that country and see some of the nice places it's got. Favorite Dutch player, favorite legend for Barca, excluding Messi, favorite young player in Barca. Favorite Dutch player at the moment is between Memphis Depay and Frankie de Jong, but Frankie de Jong edges it. Then favorite legend for Barca is this one, Ronaldinho. I love him, that guy, man. I used to watch him when I was a kid or a teenager, I have to say. Yeah, amazing player. And favorite young player at Barcelona? It's a combination. It's like Pedri or Ricky Puig or Fati. They're all great talents. And then you even got like some of the defending talents like Arojo, Mingueza. They're all very good. Favorite movies. I think my some of my all-time favorite movies are the Lord of the Rings movies. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that one as my favorite set of movies. But there's so many, like it's so hard to choose. I would probably have to do like a top 10, which I don't know if I have time for that. That was from Subhadra. Then we've got Czech Jr. He's saying Frankie de Jong as defense or midfield, which you prefer? I love seeing him play from deeper. So obviously, if Busquets keep performing at the center defensive mid role, then maybe as a back three centre back, he might be the best to go to keep him being that orchestrator a bit deeper. And yeah, so it's hard to say, but he also, I love his runs into the box as well, which obviously he can do less when he's as a defender. Then we've got Serginho's Des cousin saying favorite Barca game in the past decade, 2010, 2019. It's probably the one. I mean, there's obviously the Wembley final. That was incredible how they dominated Manchester United. So I'm probably going to have to go with that. But also a good game is the one where Messi scores that goal against Bayern Munich, against Neuer and Boateng. That was incredible as well. So I think those are going to be some of my favorite games. Meat or fish? That's meat, Frankenstein. Then we've got Zoo here. Which club do you dislike more, PSV or Real Madrid? In the Netherlands, actually, Feyenoord is our biggest rival in terms of historical. So I would have to say Feyenoord for the Netherlands. Although PSV is more like I don't know, it's a club that is founded by an electric company. So yeah, and then Real Madrid, yeah, they're the all-time Barcelona rival, but yeah, so I would have to in this time maybe choose for Real Madrid. But I respect as well rivals. You know, without rivals, you wouldn't have any footballers. You won't have any interest in football. Then we've got Broski, Lewandowski or Suarez. Not biased, just facts. If we're talking about the past decade, it's definitely Suarez. Currently, it's Lewandowski. So that's my politically correct answer. Then we have Marco asking, where did you live in the Netherlands? I lived in towns called Apeldoorn, Steenwijk, and I was born in Zwolle. Yeah. Best right back in the world right now. Ooh. It's not Trent anymore, because he's not having the best season. It's a hard choice. Dest is doing really well at the moment, but I don't know if he's the best right back in the world right now. But there's also not really one that's dominating, so it might be Dest, you know. Then we have Matthew, the Ole era. Who's the best player in the world other than CR7 and Messi? Probably Kevin De Bruyne, in my opinion. If you didn't support the Netherlands, who would you support? Probably Argentina, Spain, or Germany, maybe. Do you ever want to visit the? That was from the Real Shoe. Then we've got Alan. He's asking, do you ever want to visit in USA? If yes, what place? New York. I would love to visit New York. Disney World. I would love to visit there. I would love to visit Las Vegas. Yeah, it's hard, man. There's so many good places in the States. Then we have, what's your favorite position to play in football? I used to play as a striker, man, and also as a centre back. So between those two, I guess. Thoughts on Prime Umtiti? That's from Senor Umtiti. I mean, Prime Umtiti was a beast, and if he didn't get that injury, he would probably still be one of the better defenders at Barcelona. So it's sad to see that decline to me. So yeah, if to get space in the wage bill, he's definitely one of those players that should be sold, in my opinion. Then Ellen is asking dog or cat. Probably dog on that one. Then Arijit is asking, what's your dream Barcelona lineup in post-Messi era? Wow, that's difficult, man. Probably right back Dest, then Rojo and Mingueza, or Garcia probably, or Alaba if he comes. At left back, if Alba still gets this level, then maybe Alba, or otherwise this Balde guy is probably performing very well, or they should get another left back like Gaia. Then in the midfield, I would probably love to see at least a few times Ricky Push, Pedri, and Frankie play, but a lot of Barca fans will probably disagree with me. Then up front, it would be Dembele or Trincao, then Haaland, and then Fati. That would be my dream lineup. Thoughts on Debate to Barca? He will only work, this is from Leo Kula Mirinati. He will only work if Griezmann goes. Otherwise, he shouldn't come to Barcelona because he'll just be another another bench player in my opinion. Then we've got best Dutch player after Cruyff. That's a difficult question, Peter. There's so many. I loved watching Bergkamp. I loved Van Basten was a little bit before my time, but he was up there. Rijkaard was really good. Then we had Van Persie. He was better for club football, to be fair, than for the national team, but he was still very good. Schneider was an amazing player. Iron Robben, my twin, I love him as well. So yeah, there's a lot, man. It's hard for me to choose just the one. Rate Dest from Destinho. Dest was he had a bit of a shaky start after his burst on the scene, but I think it was just all to do with a bit of confidence, and he just had an injury. Whereas now I think we're seeing the real Dest. He's still obviously a little bit up and down within the game. He's only 21, to be fair, so he'll definitely be a very good player for Barcelona. Favorite music is Biro is asking this. Probably a combination of EDM, R&B. That's probably what I would say, or just regular pop. Then we've got Ernie is asking thoughts in Canada. I would love to visit. Favorite Barca coach? Pep Guardiola. Ellen is asking. Then we've got Sumit. What do I do for a living? I work in the hotel industry as an assistant groups conference and events manager. Then we've got Alexander is asking KDB or Bruno. Kevin De Bruyne, that's very easy. Real question by Brian. Best Barcelona player this season not named Lionel Messi. In my opinion, it might be Frankie de Jong, or Busquets is also up there. Pedri is up there. Those are probably my top 3 after Messi. Do you know Bhutan? No, I don't. Sorry, Aiden. Another one, Aiden. Do you know Nepal? Of course I know Nepal, mate. Then I've got Barca Trey. Ever been to Zaanse Schans, which is Dutch place? No, I haven't, Barca Trey. I need to go and visit that. Virgil is asking Salah or Hazard. In my opinion, Hazard, but I know that Salah is a better goal scorer probably, so it's a hard choice, that one. Thoughts on Alphonso Davies by Beppis? That's definitely one of the world's best left back prospects still, because last season he was a beast, and then this season he's being a little bit shaky, so that's all to do with him being young. It's safe to say that Des is the best RB in the world by days until Koeman returns. Michael on loan. Awesome. I can agree with that. Have you ever been to the Camp Nou? Yes, I have been to the Camp Nou once, Musab, to Barcelona Sevilla, where they won 4-1. That was an incredible game. Update on partner search, Sangi Kula. I rather not talk about that on stream. Best player of all time, aside from Messi, Ronaldo, and Maradona, that's Johan Cruyff, my friend. And that's it. So that was all the questions from my tweet. So I hope you enjoyed this podcast. What will happen is I will upload this as a video to my YouTube channel. So yeah, now I'm gonna try and see if I can watch one of the games. And guys, enjoy your evening, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.